Hello and welcome to the Sensual Being podcast with myself, your host, Jolene Whiting. I have been a pole dance teacher for nearly 20 years. I'm also a yoga instructor, and my favourite pastimes are connecting to my own sensuality, connecting with the world, and connecting with animals as well. In this podcast, you'll find new and inventive ways of how you see yourself, connecting yourself with others, and also how you see and view the world around you. In today's episode, we are looking at exercise and how we speak to ourselves, the goals we set for our bodies to achieve, and can we really be happy and healthy? Let's find out. So today, I have an interesting question for you to think about. Maybe you've already thought about this, maybe you haven't, but would you still work out, train, exercise if your shape of your body would never change? Would you still do it? I'm really hoping that the answer is yes, but everybody's different with how they feel about exercising, and whatever you pick to do for exercise is completely down to you. Take from this today what you will. Take what resonates and keep it, and whatever doesn't, leave it. So with this, it's coming at exercise and training, whatever you want to call it. You want to come at it with fun. I don't know, you've probably heard this before. And sometimes people think they can't do something fun to change their shape, but you can. Now, changing shape is not for everybody. And I believe you need two things in life with your shape, with regards to your body, your makeup and everything. You need to be healthy and you need to be happy. Now, what those two things are for you, that's completely personal and down to you. Do not listen to anybody else when they say what they think that is. That is so personal, and it can only be described by yourself. Yeah. But would you work out if your body never changed shape? So I would ask you, what exercise are you doing? And if you are doing something where you think, I would not do that anymore, then maybe you need to rethink what you do. So with me, I love going to the gym. I love doing pole. I love doing yoga. Now actually, and I love cycling in the summer. I like taking my bike out. So I only actually class one of those things as exercise, but I still get lost in my own head when I do it. And that's the gym. So I go to the gym not to change my shape, but to keep my muscles strong and to keep my bone density up. So I guess you would call that one exercise. Now, when I go out on my bike, pretty much because I don't do it all year round because it's seasonal, I only really go out spring through to autumn. I don't necessarily call it exercise because I stopped doing it in the winter. And I find when I go out on my bike, I'm not timing it. I'm not doing a certain amount of miles. I'm not doing like a certain speed or anything like that. I'm just bimbling along because I love it. Yeah, my legs hurt, but I love doing it. Pole dancing. Now, do you know what? It really winds me up when they have pole dancing and yoga in gyms, because I think, no, it's not exercise. I feel like you go to a gym space to exercise. But when they have pole in there or even yoga, I just feel like people are branding those two things as exercise. And whilst they are forms of exercise, I feel like they're for your soul. They're more for your soul than anything else. That's only my view. You probably have a different view when your arms are hanging off, like once you've done a load of stuff. But my view is that they are very much for your soul. And you might think the gym is for your soul, in which case that's what you take with you. That's important. But make sure that what you're doing is something that you actually enjoy, because otherwise, what is the point of slogging away at something where you are not enjoying it? This is where dance is very good, sport is very good. because it's quite sort of focused on different areas. So dance is focused on like music a lot. Sport would be focused on like a bit more of like competitive nature and things like that. Team sport, team spirit, depending on what the sport is. So yeah, just make sure that you're doing something that you actually enjoy. Now, when people say as well, we're going to talk about getting the body that you want. Now, I'm sure you've heard that. You may have even said that. Do you know what? I've even said it too. I would never say that now, because I would not want my body to hear me say, I want that other body that someone else has got. I mean, for a start, you're not going to have it unless you like can jump your soul into theirs and take their body. You will never have their body, because you have your body, and your body is super amazing. Yeah, it's super amazing already. I'm hoping that you take that with you today. And we put this, I mean, the whole society makes you this way. If you never thought about this, you're not doing anything bad or wrong. It just, society brings us up to sort of be like, oh, I want that body, I want this body, I'm going to do that, I want a new body, I want my old body back. I mean, who said that before? I want my old body back. Okay, I'm going to tell you now, you have the same body. It's not changed. It's the same one. You're still in the same meat suit, the same vessel that's taking you through life. It has not changed. But I know that sometimes people need to adjust themselves, like their physical self. And I get that. So I'm hoping that you come at this with a little bit more acceptance for your own self of who you are right now. You can still change your body and accept yourself, yeah? But this whole kind of wanting something else, some other body, is a bit like when people say to me, oh, I'd love to dance like you. And I'm like, yeah, but I want you to dance like you, because if everybody in the world danced like me, we'll all look really weird, because everybody would be the same. And it would freak me out for the start. It'd be like you're all cloned or something, and I don't like that. So accepting how you are in this moment can be quite hard, and that can be really, you may have turned off at this point and be really triggered by the fact that I said accept yourself as you are, and you're like, go away. Shut up. And a lot of people believe, right? A lot of people believe that you can't like have the discipline to change your body, change your shape, lose weight, put on weight, whatever it is. If you like yourself or love yourself, they think you can't do it. They think you need to come at it from a point of hate. Therefore, the problem is, when you come at this from a point of hate, you will get to your goal. Well, you might not, but you'll achieve your goal, your target, whatever it is that you've set. But you will not be happy. How many times have you heard people who have done these transformations or whatever, they've hit their goals, hit their targets, and then they're not actually happy, and you're like, yeah, but you look at them, you're like, wow, you've done this, you've done that, how are you not happy? And they're like, oh, well, they don't feel it. So you need to try and embody that feeling. And life is short. You might as well try and embody it now. Why wait? You can still do all this stuff and try and hit your targets and your goals. You can still work towards that. But there is nothing stopping you from being happy now except for yourself. That's it. That's the only thing holding you back. And sometimes that could be the biggest challenge. Yeah. So what I want you to try and do is to come at yourself with a place of respect. Because if you come at any of this, whatever it is, I've just talked about here, if you come at it from respect, you're more likely to make new habits and changes in your life that you actually stick to. Because, so for example, if you don't respect yourself and you want to drop a dress size or a few dress sizes, whatever it is, but you want to drop a load of weight, how many times have you heard about people who starve themselves, or if they're bulimic? It's huge, because you're coming from a place of a lack of respect for yourself, and that is so damaging. But society brings us up in a way to do all this to us. So we've got to change the narrative. We have got to make these changes to help ourselves and to help other people. So if you were to respect yourself, you'd probably look a bit harder at what you're eating. You might not restrict your calories quite that hard. You might not eat a load of rice cakes in one day and think, oh, I did good, because where is the nutritional value in that? There isn't. You need to look at what you're giving yourself throughout the day. Are you drinking enough water? Is it good water? Do you drink soda? Do you drink Cokes and stuff? That stuff isn't good for your body. It's not adding any nutritional value to yourself. So yeah, okay, so you might start looking on paper like you're hitting these goals, but are you happy? Is your body healthy? Remember those two things you need to have. You need to be healthy and happy. Now, I've said that is different for every single person, but they are both really valid points, because you could be really healthy, but you might not be happy. So you need to do something about that. Or you might think, yeah, well, I'm really happy with myself, but I'm not actually very healthy. Yeah, my body's like telling me things. It's, it's acting up. It's not acting up. It's just doing its best. But we see it as acting up. So then you kind of think, well, am I actually eating the right stuff? Do you know what? I went all yesterday. I barely ate anything because I was so busy. No, take those lunch breaks. Don't work through just because your place of work is short-staffed. No. The time is to respect yourself and put yourself first, because you're no use to anybody else if you're no use to yourself. Yeah. So we need to make sure we are fueling our body. We are doing exercise that we enjoy. Now, just before I go, you might find that you might not enjoy the exercise itself, but you might get a real big endorphin rush afterwards. That's okay too. So if you find, say if you like to run 5K, 10K, whatever it is, and you're like, oh my God. But then at the end of it, you're like, I am a rock star. Seriously, did you just see what I did? So you might get the endorphin rush afterwards, which does go hand in hand. It goes on par with enjoying what you're doing in a weird kind of masochistic kind of way. So if that works for you, then do that. I'm all for that if you like that. Me personally, no, I can't do it. Anyway, I hope that you are going to respect yourself and try and get your well-being into a state of being happy and healthy for you. And remember to lead with your heart and to live with intention. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please do share it with your friends and on social media. If you have the time to rate or review this podcast, I'd be ever so grateful. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Jolene Sensual Being. The links to my YouTube and to sign up to my mailing list will be in the show notes as well. I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.